Hello, BTT gang. Today we're taking a look at BitTorrent cryptocurrency analysis and prediction in anticipation of the next 24 hours. Welcome back to Crypto Cash, your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency analysis. And before we take a look at this, let's go ahead and make sure you subscribe and like this video, of course, to make sure you're notified as soon as these videos are released, so you have time to plan out your trades as we provide cryptocurrency analysis videos on a regular basis. If you want to benefit the most from analysis, then we always recommend listening and taking notes. Be sure to watch the screen for graphs and charts that reflect the analysis. This guarantees you have only the important information that you will need heading into the upcoming trading day after fully watching this video. We will start off by analyzing the fundamentals, then move on to the technical data. We also provide you with potential action plans for the future, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, the goal is for you to be better prepared. And just know this is not financial advice. This video is designed for educational purposes only. Now let's get started with the fundamentals. BTT Cryptocurrency powers BitTorrent. BitTorrent allows content creators to connect with their audience, earn and spend digital currency without a middleman. The market cap is $1.8 billion, circulating supply of $989 billion, and there is currently no maximum supply. Today's high is 0.0098. Today's low was 0.0095. Not a lot of range today, which is nice. It's kind of working itself into a channel. The 52-week high is 0.0135, and the 52-week low is 0.00012. That is an increase of over 9,000%. Daily change of 40%, and next week's range is 0.0035 to 0.0135. It is a large weekly range of 181%. The price has changed massively in the past week and recently spiked up another 47%, but had our first sell-off as well. So we haven't had this yet. Honestly, it's been pretty consistent. So, brace yourselves. It's going to be interesting. But instead of the typical consolidation period, BitTorrent dropped below the support level at 0.0106, which inevitably became a resistance line. This line was tested twice in the past 24 hours. And the new support level is at 0.0082. This line was also tested twice. And now for the technical analysis. For my day traders out there, as you can see the 15-minute chart, the previous consolidation period lost momentum and dropped below support at 0.0106. Since then, it has tried a couple of times to rise above this line with no luck. However, there is a bright side here as the two moving averages are getting tested. This could be a determining factor for you. It would be recommended to wait until these two lines are tested and remain above or below for, obviously whatever position you're choosing. If you're going long, it would need to stay above, ideally testing the line twice, and the inverse as well for short positions. But as you can see, the 100-day moving average is currently a resistance line. It's kind of holding strong. So until it breaks above, it might be best to wait. When trying to find the best entry, it would also be best to rely on the VWAP in this situation, and maybe even use the 1 or 5 minute charts. Here's another consideration for my day traders. Wait until 15 minutes after the resistance level is tested to see if the support level is broken. If it falls below, then we would wait until a second support level is created. Pay attention to the relative strength index as well to identify if it's considered oversold. Also ensure the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD, is essentially indicating it's crossing at 2 points in an upward fashion. We always want to have that as the option when it comes to the MACD, because that really helps us understand the momentum is shifting in the way that you want it to. If you're looking to take a quick profit, we would also recommend that you do not hold on for very long. In this case, you should sell at least 50% of your total in the first push, perhaps another 25% after, and then your entire position once you've hit the point in which you're comfortable with. This always ensures you're profitable. We always want to make sure that you have a green wallet, if not a red wallet, if that makes sense. So if you're doing it right, you don't even worry about the commissions because you're still getting paid and you're not losing out on anything there. Honestly, commissions are so low considering, if you compare that with other typical trade commissions from a while ago, you're actually doing pretty good. Next up is my swing traders here. So for my swing traders, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour chart. And as you can tell, the BitTorrent, it's no longer making higher highs. It's pretty obvious. I think we all know that. But that doesn't mean it won't continue to do so eventually soon. Right? We got to remain, confident, and my BTT gang needs to hold true and not get scared off by this little blip, if you will, because it's going to I believe it's going to continue to do great things eventually. But when currency like BitTorrent and Win, for example, go on long bull runs, it's not uncommon at all for the price to correct itself. So just be mindful of that and try not to get concerned when it drops. Oh, I'm losing hundreds of dollars. You've probably likely gained a lot too if you're doing it correctly. In fact, it is strange if it continues longer than 3 to 4 days without correction. So keep that in mind as well. Things like this happen. It's very consistent for the market to correct itself because the price was essentially inflated. As you can tell, the bulls are not quite in control at this point, but it could shift. And looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see the MACD is losing momentum, and the RSI is almost at an all-time low, right around 40. So these are both positive technical signs to consider an entry position. For a long position, of course, just be mindful that the resistance line is at 0.0106. If it hits that line and is tested and rejected, you may want to consider maybe a better entry point or waiting. But if it does jump up over that line and stays above it and is tested a couple times as a new support, that might be a good consideration for a go signal. That being said, it's always advantageous to consider an entry after identifying the momentum shift. The MACD and RSI are perfect examples of this. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, you can see a steep increase in price over the past week, followed by a strong sell-off shortly after. This can be difficult to gauge for swing traders because it can be hard to find a good entry point without relying on the moving averages, because those are very beneficial indicators for us. So what I always recommend is, two situations in situations like these, do two things. The first thing is to consider a short-term time frame, such as a 15-minute or a 1-hour chart. So, shorten the time frame down so you can identify the movement. This will give you a much better perspective on what's actually happening today. Instead of at a glance, like a bird's eye view, you're actually looking at a cellular level and identifying what's happening consistently. This doesn't hurt to do that as a swing trader. Don't be afraid to do that. Additionally, you should always look at the RSI to identify if it's considered overbought or oversold. In this case, it is considered oversold. So if you look at a shorter time frame, you'll see it might be a little bit lower. If you're interested in a short-term trade, though, make sure you consider an entry on the 15-minute chart where the RSI is closer to 60 and the MACD is intersecting upwards. That being said, we can't stress this enough. You'll hear me say this time and time again. Make sure you take your profits when you can. Set a goal, stick to it. If you don't hit your goal, get out. The key to being a profitable trader is to survive to trade another day. If you find benefit from this content, please like and subscribe. We want to wish you the best of luck on your trades and also want to learn and grow together as well. So let us know in the comments below what we can do to improve, but more importantly, what we can do to help you, grow as a trader. Right? If there's other specific videos we can make outside of the analysis, be happy to do so, because we are planning to do some kind of trainings, if you will, in the near future. But at this point, we're trying to grow the channel, make sure that we are well known, we have a decent subscriber base. So spread the good word. Really appreciate that. And if you have some things you'd like for us to analyze, please let us know. But our goal right now is to essentially kind of cover some more important trends, like BTT is one of them, XRP perhaps is another, Win is a third. We're likely going to consider one and VET as well. But if you have some good moving stocks or good moving currency rather, let us know. Be more than happy to help out. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.